Yeah, first off, I can't take credit for this. So I I got the scale variant side of what I think Nassim Taleb is one of my favorite authors. He described it as political views being scale variant, where he said like you're basically a socialist at family and friends level and a pure capitalist at the international level. I tweaked it a little bit to refer to sovereignty instead. And sovereignty it's got sort of an amorphous definition, but to me, it really means just the authority to act as you see fit, basically. Um, and in that sense, as group abstraction goes to higher and higher levels, as I go from being, Robert, dad at home, the face and guy you interact with every day, to Robert Breedlove, a row on a spreadsheet at the IRS or whatever, you necessarily become depersonalized or dehumanized. So we go from being viewed as an individual to literally that, just kind of a row on a spreadsheet. And so I think in that perception, it becomes more incumbent upon us to be intolerant about the impositions placed upon us from higher up. So if someone at a nation state level is going to tell you, like, pass a law that dictates something in your life, like, you have to be questioning of that at all times. Whereas, like, maybe if you're a wife or someone's giving you close feedback, like, hey, I think you should change this about yourself, whatever, like, there's a more personal connection there, and you should be more open-minded to feedback and considerate to change. Whereas laws coming from on high that are intended to satisfy the ends of someone who's written the law, you have to be very suspect of, right? So you have to be, and the way I consider that is you just have to be more, you have to better embody your sense of individual sovereignty the higher as a command comes. If it comes higher up the chain of command, the more you have to consider your individual sovereignty, right? If that makes sense. So it's sort of like Occam's razor, where the simplest solution tends to be the best solution. Which said in another way for government is like the government, I forget who said it, but the government that governs best governs least, right? So many laws today, like pick one, like accredited investors. Like, it's a bullshit law designed by people that have and control capital to have privileged deal access so they can maintain their privileged position in capital markets. Like, those are laws, like, I'm not advocating to go out and violate laws necessarily, but you as an individual have to question these things. Like, always ask why. So, yeah, I think it's a problem-solving principle, and the best solutions tend to be generated at the localized level. That's what a free market is, right? We figure out things by tinkering and trying new things, and anything that inhibits that adventurous spirit tends to be bad for business and bad for life in general.